Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team. Lost team, really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. Oh, he shifts past him. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. That play go. Start the drive, 1st down. Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll drop this down to Taylor. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
The Colts at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Flushed out right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stroud here on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out comes Houston. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts 40-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Richardson. Open man is Downs. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First and 10, it's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
It's caught by Davis. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Ready?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Now here's Stroud on third down.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Richardson going to move him around.
70 Rangers.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
7 Pirates.
First and 10. Richardson looks to throw it.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
About that, we're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
On the set. Go.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, first and 10.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Richardson to throw.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Gay knocks this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
No! Ready!
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
19, Tiger, 19.
They go play action with Richardson.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Flush to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Colts take the opening. Quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put some.
He's got a man complete inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown. 74 yards.
And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Richardson.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Will Anderson
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Richardson on 2nd and 10. He'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Richardson off the play fake.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Touchdown, Colts.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
yards out. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Stroud now on second down.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Dell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Stroud.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, break. Check, Panther. Alert, alert, hey.
Throwing now is Stroud. This is caught. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now receiver in motion left. Harris is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead is down to 24. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Oh, the Texans may have recovered. They did recover. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. As Stroud now to throw. That's caught again by Schultz. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. This one caught by Davis. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And the Colts pick it up. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Just a minute. A return for a late touchdown. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. On first down, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Let's go now. 65 cats.
Second and 10, here's Stroud. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Stroud on third down now. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. The front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over first and 10. And the Colts getting ready to go. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
87 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere,
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're in.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Richardson to the air on first down. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And he's got room.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10.
Line.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Lawrence to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Into space at the 45. He's on his way. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but a
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. 3rd and long for Richardson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Colts at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. and they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Rip, 23.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That one complete downfield to Kirk. On the move past the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 23 yards, the final tally.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Etienne is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Once more, Etienne. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 33, here's second down and 5. Here's Richardson to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Now Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Gay knocks this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half?